Hey guys, what's up? This is MurderBoy16 and friend with my Michael here, and we are gonna rant to you guys about these crappy brand RC cars versus Airhogs brand, which is way better. These cars, well, here, to put it down, we're gonna start off with just saying anything, like all these different types of cars, these are made by different companies like Interceptor or New Bright. I'm not sure which one this one's made by. It didn't say the name brand on there, but like, you get the picture. These things are from different companies that are knockoffs of other companies. So here's one of the remotes for them, and this is for this police car. It may look like it's really nice or whatever, but it's all just fake. And the only reason it has any weight to it is because it uses, I think a 9-volt. Yeah, it uses a 9-volt battery to run the whole thing. But we're going to talk to you guys about how these cars are total junk, and they're a waste of money. First off, they're made of very, very, very cruddy plastic. Like, see the body here? It's all flimsy and cheap, and it's not even made of Lexan, which would be a worthwhile lightweight body to have. These are heavy plastic bodies that are really not very high quality, and they're very cheap. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, the steering. Both of these use these little white steering things to control as your trim. Normal hobby grade cars don't even have these cruddy things on them. They use digital trims on the remotes themselves. But these have no trims on the remote, and they just have a cheesy little on-off switch if you're even lucky. And these are they're really susceptible to interference with each other. In fact, we have, get the other remote over there. In fact, they even copy each other's remotes if you want.
Different names.
Yeah. These are both the same
exact. This thing's so crappy that even if you turn it on or off, it still has it on.
Yeah.
It's on the off switch.
Wait, I think he broke it, dude. Oh, never mind. There you go. But these are just really cheap plastic remotes, and they're both 49 megahertz, which means you cannot drive more than one of these at a time without it having interference. With these are 2.4 gigahertz, which means you can have up to like 99 or 100 of them running, and that still won't get interfered. These, you just have to link them up together every time you link the car to the controller whenever you turn them on, but that's a very easy process. And you can have up to 90 of these cars running, and they can run up to 200 feet away without any problems. These can't run even 50 feet away without having problems of interception. And as the battery wears down, they start to stutter, like they don't drive very freely, and they start stuttering, like start, stop, start, 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 stop, because the stupid controller chip in there does not know to either leave the battery on or turn it off. These, when the battery gets too low, they'll drive and they'll start going slower, and then they'll stop completely, and they won't stutter or anything. They'll just stop, and then you charge them. These don't charge. They take batteries, and you have to waste like $50 a year if you're even going to have these for a year. That is, so they don't break before then, because they use really cheesy, crap quality parts. And again, these don't even have suspension. Well, this one has fake suspension up front, which only goes up like a millimeter on either side, and it's too hard for it to even use suspension. That one doesn't even have suspension at all. Now, if you take a look at these cars, I'm not sure if you can see it here, but turn on the lights, Michael. These cars actually have suspension in them. Even though they're not oil-filled suspension pieces, these cars have very good suspension, and they don't bounce around very much. The only time they bounce is whenever you're doing steering or anything like that. That's the only time they ever bounce. But they have very good, high-quality suspension in them. It's nice and soft, works really well, and it matches the car. These don't have any suspension, and when you're driving, they just bounce around like everything, and like they don't even have. This one, I do have to say, the only thing that's really good on it is the fact that it uses
tread wheels.
Yeah, it actually uses rubber on its wheels, but it has no differentials.
It doesn't really have any grip with the rubber either.
Yeah, the treads on it aren't even that good, and they're not even facing the right way. And it's noisy. These are very, very, very noisy. And this one, what they tried to do is they put the gearbox in a way that it sounds like it's brushless and it sounds very high quality, but it is actually not. This is weak. It can't even go off of this hardwood floor onto the carpet without getting really bogged down, whatever. And you have to go through 3 batteries, which only last you an hour in this piece of junk, without rechargeable batteries. These are what you... If you're ever going to get one of these, you have to get rechargeable batteries and a charger. Because these suck batteries down like a toilet sucks down water. And this one, what's really bad is it takes up so much space with the battery panel, even though there's not even proper grooves in here for it. And they just use these really cheap on-off switches, not even high quality. It says made in China, which just sends off warning bells in your head that they are not good quality cars.
Yeah, these over here.
These may look really cool and look really nice, but they're only good as stage models. They're not even good. They're not even good RCs.
Commercial, they make them look good, but really, there's just...
Yeah, it's all special editing and all...
They pretty much have a wire pulled
in
front.
Yeah. And the kids on the things, whatever, they get paid like $400 each to be able to smile about them. Because a lot of them, they don't really like them at all. But with Air Hogs, these are not like those Traxxas or anything like those very high known brands are really expensive, but these work a lot like the Traxxas. 2.4 gigahertz radios, proportional throttle, proportional steering, trim control right on the transmitter, and
pistol grip. Yeah,
they're pistol grips, which are the better, more ergonomic means of using it. These don't hurt your wrists or your hands, but these, you have to hold them like, and they dig into your thumbs, and they can cause some extreme arthritis in your hands if you use these crappy transmitters. But these are really nice and springy. You can see, nice springy controls, and they're proportional throttle, proportional steering. And these actually come with proper instructions. These don't come with any instructions except for how to put the batteries in. And the good thing with these cars is even if you have 2 of them and you have 2 remotes, even if one remote breaks, the other remote can be used to drive that car, because with the 2.4 gigahertz radio ability, and with the auto pairing feature that these come with, is they're able to be connected to these even without having to have its original transmitter. The red one is supposedly supposed to go to the red one, but due to the 2.4 gigahertz system, you can have the red one run the green one and the green one run the red one, and it'll still work just fine. But with these, you cannot interchange these remotes. And the cars cannot be driven at the same place or within 50 feet of each other. Otherwise, they'll start to spaz out. The interference
will start glitching at first, and then one will stop and the other will just have all control of both remotes.
Yeah, and these remotes don't even use good high-quality antennas. They have really cheap... Pretty much all these are is wires that have just been glued inside of there, and then they're put outside the thing with the little antenna tube. These are not good controllers. Watch out for these. Watch out for these brands. The one brand that I would ever suggest if you're ever gonna get any of these cars that are really, they're not even that cheap. They're expensive, but yet they're not quality cars. The only brand I would even dare to recommend is New Bright, but they're not even that good. But Air Hogs, Mastotech, and Silverlit, those are all very, very good brands. I've used all of their cars, and they never really break at all. Unless you, like, purposely break them, or something really bad happens to them, like your friend steps on them, like Michael's brother stepped on our Mastotech Baja Beast. But these cars, these can handle a lot. These cars, if you throw them, they break. But these cars, you can throw. I threw this one across the room by accident once, and I drove it down the stairs, and my brother drove it down the stairs, and it's still perfectly fine, perfectly functional, works really good, no noise, no issues.
We dropped it off a balcony.
We didn't drop it off the balcony, but it could survive a fall off our balcony, a 2-story balcony. And these, thanks to their suspension, these don't get, the screws don't come loose. They don't end up losing their ability to drive due to the suspension, and they have good quality batteries in them. These use lithium polymer batteries. Not lithium ion, but lithium polymer. But they're able to be driven for a very good long period of time, and they charge within a decent amount of time. These cars, go get the other one. These cars, the batteries, if you were to buy the rechargeable batteries for them, these take up to 12 hours to charge. These only take up to an hour at most. Normally 20 to 30 minutes. But these are not worth the money that anyone would put into them. They're just not. They only last 1 hour on a set of alkalines, and probably only about 30 minutes max on AA rechargeable batteries. Let's just wait until they're charged. But the one good thing with these is, even when the batteries are not fully charged, you can still safely drive them because the batteries have computer chips on them, or automatic low voltage cutoffs. That one was mine. Mine still charges faster than that one. That's amazing.
It's because yours didn't run out of battery, remember? Oh
yeah. But these can be driven even without full batteries.
Have a really good wind up.
Yeah, and with even though you really don't want to have remotes that have the chargers built into them, Air Hogs makes their remotes great because they put a way to manage your wires in them. A lot of other brands that use remote controls as their charging jacks or chargers, they do not really take the time to work out a decent way to charge the vehicles and be able to control them. And that's the good thing with Air Hogs, you're able to charge off of the remote. And the good thing with these is these can accept rechargeable batteries as opposed to other remotes that use those 9 volts, which are very hard to find rechargeable 9 volts. These you can get rechargeable AA's, and they can run for probably a week before you need to recharge them. But anyway, guys, I hope this helped you to know the differences between cheap quality cars like non-quality brands. These were made by, like, I don't even know who these were made by. These were just made by some knockoff brands. The brands you want to go with are Mastotech, Air Hogs, Silverlit, Traxxas, Red Cat, let's see what else. Exceed.
There's a type that's called Kit Kat cars.
Kit Kat, okay. Well, if you want to go with those names that we just gave you, those are good brand cars. They may cost a little bit more, but they are worth it. They're a good long-term investment.
These are like 20 bucks.
These are 27 bucks.
27 bucks, about 30 bucks with tax, and they can run almost all day, just 30 minutes to charge. Then they come with everything.
Yeah, these come with everything you need except for batteries. These do come with batteries, but they're very poor quality. So, anyway, I hope this helped you guys recognize the difference between cheap quality RCs and good quality RCs. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Stay cool, YouTube. Bye.